Sometimes you start a project and something doesn't quite go the right way. This is one of those times. So, sit back, enjoy, and let's see how we got to this point. Welcome to this episode of the Man Card channel. Today we are repurposing some stuff Nick found on the side of the road. Some, if you want to call it art, it's really awful. But it's essentially we just got it for the glass. So what are we doing specifically? We've kind of got some ideas going, but what are we doing?
Well, I had an idea because we talked about doing a segment of a beer of the week or beer of the episode. So I thought it'd be cool to repurpose this into like you'd see in an old bar, like a piece of glass out front of an old bar where the back's frosted and it's got some clean lines in it. So we're going to do something like that, and hopefully it displays really well.
Yeah, so we've got some leftover wood from some other projects. We've got some frosted glass spray paint that we're going to use because we're too cheap to etch it ourselves. And some tape and some wood glue, screws, and
all the standard stuff. We have an idea on making the frame. It's probably not a standard way to make a frame, but I thought it was a cool idea, and we're going to attempt it.
Yeah, if you have a better way of doing it, certainly let us know in the comments below, because obviously
we're amateurs.
And we don't know what we're doing. So,
I mean, we're figuring it out as we go, and hopefully you guys enjoy it.
If not, comment below. Let us know. And enjoy the hatred.
If this project fails, I'm going to smash it on the floor, right on camera.
Please don't.
I will.
Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and dismantle this thing. First, let's go ahead and dismantle it.
You got a knife on it?
All right, so let's go ahead and
flip it
and not break the glass.
Yeah, break the glass. So these were actually still on here, which obviously they didn't want it because they threw it in the garbage. So
this is literally the worst store in the world.
Oh my god, that explains why it's a giant piece of crap.
This is the stinkiest store.
Oh my god.
In all of Grease Ridge. No wonder it went out of business. Look at this. It's...
I'm watching you, Brad Pitt. Hey, no, you're gonna end up... Oh, maybe.
You gotta get
these are... Yeah, no, I wanted to get that one out of the way.
Those ones.
Shut up. What
are you afraid of changing the frame?
What is this frame?
Just how cold it is.
It is...
Don't break it.
It is frigid right now. Yeah, that should be enough.
Just slide it out your way. And then pop it up. And we got our glass.
That's what we wanted.
That's literally the only thing we bought this for. And by bought...
By bought, you mean found.
Let's go ahead and get started with the next part. So now we're going to take our leftover pieces, cut them to size, and show you what our plan is.
That's it.
23 and
5/8. Oh, that's that's about
3/4.
3/4. 11 3/4 width. Yeah. So the premise of the design that Cory and I have is that we're going to overlay these per se joints by cutting into the material, overlapping them, and doing some kind of dowel in here. So we want to make sure that our measurements are exact because we're really only going to get one chance with making sure that the cuts are done properly. So 15 3/4 sounds good with me.
All right.
As far as...
Let's cut our widths then.
Widths, yeah. All right. On to the table saw. So we're going to basically cut the top and the bottom to size, which we figured is going to be 15 3/4 inches, excuse me, because the design that we chose, we're gonna sink the glass into these about a 1/2 inch. So we'll show you later on as we're going about. But right now, like I said, we're just gonna do top and bottom, and then we'll measure out the sides. So let's get cutting. Not so much on the first one. I got a little carried away with how far away I was, but hopefully we're gonna go through and give this a full sand. So a little bit of overlap's not gonna be a big deal. So let's measure up the sides. Alright, so we're just going to measure these ones out. These are going to be our sides to 27 5/8, which is going to be... We'll go ahead and get these cut. All we got to do now is we're going to measure this out to make sure that it is going to be a 1/2 inch of the blade is going to be going down the center of the boards, and that is going to be the channel for the glass. Sorry, I had a brain fart. Well, how wide?
Oh. Let's not mess it up.
Corey, would you like the honors?
You just want me to be the one to mess it up.
Yeah, kind of.
That's exactly what you want. So, there we go. Hopefully they'll work the way they're supposed to.
Hopefully. So this is going to be the front facing portion of it. So what I'm going to do is flip it over. I'm going to use this board because this is going to be the width of how we're going to lay this in here. Like I said, I'm not sure of the technical term. I'm not sure if this is even a thing. But this is how we're going to give it a shot. So if you know what it is, make sure to comment. Let us know. Tell us what you think of the idea. If it's original, awesome. I hope it is. If not, then
Whatever.
like I said, let us know what it's called. So as I was saying, as the concept goes, I marked all these as where they're going to be. Not all of these boards are going to be precisely the same size. We didn't go through and trim anything. We got it how we got it from the hardware store. So I'm just going to go through and make the measurements as the boards sit. So that's why I'm going to do them per side. So this being the top, this being the right side, and this being the left, I'm going to make all the measurements on how these boards are going to lay, rather than going through and trimming everything. Don't mind my headgear. But, so, we didn't really like this design, It seemed like it was too chunky for the piece of glass that we had. So we went through and kind of did a little visual aid. We're going to take a 1/2 inch off of here to make it a little bit thinner. We're going to see how that narrows the frame out per how the glass looks in there, and then we're going to take off that 1/2 inch from the outside edge, not the, obviously the channel that we were already routed in there. So let's get cutting that off, go through, put it back together, and take a look to see how it looks. Alright, so here's to hoping this idea works out. So basically what we're going to do is shave out the material on the bottom portion of this board, and this is going to overlap on the reverse of the side piece. Yep. So see that our channel is still there. We had a predetermined line that I'm glad we did not go with. So I'm going to cut the other portion that this side is supposed to sit on. We'll see how it lines up. Which will be the left side. That's the right side. And that'll be the top. Alright, so we have the corners taken care of on our frame. We have measurements made out here for 1/2 inch away from the outside edge and a 1/2 inch away from the inside edge to mark where we are going to be drilling out and putting a wood dowel. We're using pine board for the frame. We're going to be using a poplar dowel to see how that turns out, give it some contrast. We're going to try to not stain the dowel. We're going to stain the whole frame, and we'll see how that goes. That's going to be later on, but right now we're going to drill out those holes, throw in the dowels, and put the frame together and mock it up real quick before we put the glass in. Alright, so we went through and made our measurements for where we're going to put our poplar pegs. we have everything set up in a jig form in the drill press. We're going to drill all those out, and then we'll be back and assemble it. Alright, so we have one of our corners set up. We're just going to do a real quick check to make sure that we can peg it together. We're going to put some wood glue on there and see how it sets up. We'll do our best to try to keep it out of the channel where the glass is going to go. But worst case scenario, we just got to clean everything up a little bit. Alright, so yeah, I know we should be using a rawhide hammer or another wood mallet. I got this ball peen. We can try a rubber mallet. See how a rubber mallet works. Put a little bit of wood glue on there. And we'll go for the rubber mallet, see how that... Nope! Let's try this again. Because this is MDF, there's really nothing supporting it in the middle, so when you go to hammer on it, it just kind of bounces back and it sucks. So I'm not going to use the rubber mallet, although I'd like to. And this did exactly what we didn't want it to do. And that's split. Alright, so this is what happened with our idea. In all the things that we practiced, we did everything that we could to prevent that, which it didn't happen any of the other times. So as they say with a good science experiment, it's always repeatable. Well, apparently not this time. This is the 4th time that we've tried this, and this is the only time that it's failed on us. So it's either back to the drawing board, or we fix a new piece. Cory, what do you think?
I think that's where we're going to end this video. Sometimes videos don't end in success.
No, and I'm alright with that. We learned something. I mean, it's not going to work out every time you want to do something, which sucks. This will be one of our fail videos. We will complete this project, but we're going to go back to the drawing board on how we're going to do it. We'll probably go with a traditional 45-degree joint. But this is the end of this one.
Thank you for joining us in this failed episode of the Man Card channel. Like we said, sometimes things don't work out. We've learned what's not going to work for this project. If you have any ideas, certainly comment below as always. And always like and subscribe.
Make sure to check us out on Facebook and Instagram for shenanigans and updates.
As always, this is Nick.
This is Cory.
And let's burn this
That's our
thing.
failed frame.
See you next time.
We're going to be here for a little bit. Yeah, you know what? I don't like that idea.
Oh my god.